a clear legible fonts. So that means whatever font you select, that should be properly visible. Don't select any font that is very in gimmick or stylized nature. So you can just select Times New Roman or Calibri or Arial font. So which is a simple one that you use in the Word, my MS Word, that can be used in the LaTeX as well. Next is be consistent with your CV. So what happens while creating our CV? Sometimes what happens, you include your education. After that, you include your experience. So everything does not look in the same format. Education, some people put in table format, then experience in item means bullet points. So like they put. So everything should look a same format. So whenever someone is looking to your CV, so whatever he wants, he can just pick it out. He the interviewer or the HR don't have to find the things. So you should present it in such a way that it should be looking boldly, means what is your education and all those things. We'll discuss that. Next is don't cram your CV with gimmicky graphics. So I have seen some CVs where they put so many tables, graphics, background design. So don't do like that. So it actually creates a bad impression on the HR. I have been through in a process of selecting some CVs, and personally I have rejected all those CVs which are very graphic backgrounds, and that is the reason why, because the proper things are not visible. Means whatever written there, it is less visible compared to the background design. So you should be avoiding that. Next is get photos of your CV, and I have written preferably. Why? Because there are some people who like to put their photo, it looks decent. There are some people who don't like to give their photo, that also good. So there is no restriction on that. It depends on the institute or organization where we are applying. So if you are purely applying for a technical job where they need to see only what is your technical skill, then no need to put a photo. But if you are applying for some HR position or some managerial position or some university, so you can put a photo. It looks decent. Generally, if you are applying for academics, you can put a photo. It will look decent. That's not a problem. So that's written preferably. That means it's your choice. You should decide that. Then make your CV brief and relevant. So whenever a HR will be looking to your CV, the first point is that he wants to go through so many of CVs with very less amount of time. So once I was discussing with the HR of one company that how do you get the so many of CVs, means how do you select? He simply replied that we have to go through thousands of CVs. So when you get a CV, you just have a overlook on it. We cannot read all the CV. So when someone is having an overlook on your CV, then your important content should be on his eye. It's not like the person to find, because HR is not sitting free to find the things from your CV. So it should be brief, relevant, and whatever is required, just put those things. And depending on the company you are applying, you need to make your CV. So next, if I see, this is the basic format of a CV, I can say. So it's not a fixed format, but generally this kind of format is generally means everybody uses. So what's that format? So first, CV header with contact information. Here in this section, you can give your name, your address, your current designation, your contact information, and if you want, you can put your photo. Then your personal profile, you can put here, or CV summary if you want to write any summary about your career and all, or career objective, career goal, or the CV objective, why you are applying for the job. So all those things you can put here. And then it comes to work, is work experience, education, skills, and other sections are there. So these all these things interchangeable. What do we mean by interchangeable here is, interchangeable means depending on the area or depending on the company you are applying. So if a company really needs what is your work experience, so you should put the work experience first, then the education. But if you are really applying for a company where the education is very important, then the education first and then the work experience. For example, if you are applying in any university, then obviously you will put the education first, then work experience, then your publications and all those things. So this is a general format. So without much delaying in the PPT, I'll directly go to overleaf and we'll try to create a CV there. And because you know that how to use format, means basic template of LaTeX, using paper, using thesis, whatever it is. So it won't be difficult for you. I'll just create a simple CV for you, and then we'll go through hands-on, and I'll tell where you can find the CV templates. So let me stop my sharing and I'll start with the overleaf. Okay, so here you can see overleaf. I have just created a sample CV right now. So you can see how this CV looks like. It's quite simple, and which here I show you different types. Here education I have written this format I have written here, and then experience I have written in some other format. Skills I have written in some other format, and then I have written my publications in others format, and then achievements in other format. Like the references also you can see. This is how I have written how good it looks here. So like this, this is a sample CV, and we'll be trying to create the same CV from the scratch. Okay, so how to do that? Let us go to a new tab. Here I'll go to Olive, and I will start a new project here. From the scratch, we'll be starting. I'll go to new project, blank project, and I'll give a test CV. So always try to name whatever you want a new name and try to give underscore, because sometimes what happens if you don't give underscore, then the thing is that the file name will be saved. In some cases, the underscore creates a problem, means it don't take things. Okay. So here, when you create a file by default, it comes document class and all. So I don't need all this. I want to start from scratch. So I'll delete all and we'll start from the scratch. So if I recompile this, you can see nothing is there in the PDF, and we are going to start. So that's why it is showing the error. Nothing is there. So till now, you might have known that the first and foremost thing in the LaTeX is required. You need to create a document. Okay. So in document class, so what are the things? So in the square bracket, we give some specification, and in the curly bracket, we give some means type. What type of document class we're creating? You might be came across article, letter, or Beamer. Morning presentation was there on Beamer. So what I'll do, I'll take here 12 pt. That's my letter I want to fix. Then I want to make the CB in A4 paper size. So I'll write A4 paper size, and then I want to use the Roman letter. So I'll just fix it. And then here document type. So by default, you see article, Beamer, book, letter, everything is there. But as I'm creating a CV, it's a separate document class. So I'll not use all those things. So what I use something called as modern CV is a document class. Okay. So this is a document class I'm going to use. So we'll see if I use article, then what happens. If I use modern CV, then what happens to the PDF, that we'll see later. Next is, once we are using modern CV. So in modern CV, there are different styles are there. So there are different styles. So I'll tell the what are styles. You can take the style as classic. I am going to do with that. And without classic, if you don't want to use, so there are some other styles as well. You can casual, or you can take default. So if you don't write anything by default, it will be means taken as casual. Okay, that's what I mean to say. So casual is the default one you can take, and then classic I have taken, and then something called banking is there, means the modern style you can take as banking, and then something old style is there. Okay, so you can try all those things. I am going with the classic one. Okay, then something called as modern CV color. So in this file you can see the red color, you can see all the things are there in red color. So that color we can see here. So I'll take modern CV color as blue. You can take blue, you can take red, or you can take purple. So whatever color you want, color you want, you can take it. So here I'll write it. I'll say format with you so that you can do your own. If you're having another laptop with you, you can try simultaneously with me. So you can have other colors as well. Okay, now this is the thing. So after this, actually my basic thing is done here. Basic requirement to create a CV is done here. Next, what I know what to do. So for the CV, I need a name. So directly I write name. So in name, what I can write? I can write my. So generally there are two curly brackets are used. One for your surname, one for your name. You can use two curly braces or you can use only one, that doesn't matter, but generally using two is better. Okay, so that will give my name, and then I'll make a title. Title means what I am doing, my profession I can write here. So here I can write assistant professor. So now the thing is that if I compile this much thing, it won't give me any value, it will give me error. So what error it is giving? So it is written that you can see missing begin document. So all these things were formatting my CV, formatting my document. Unless and until you write the begin document and end document, your PDF will not be created. So what I will do here, write begin document and end document. If I write, now you see here what is happening. Just see what is happening, then I'll tell how to go on changing with that. So see here, only assistant professor is coming, the name is not coming. Why? Because here you have to write something called as make title. So if you write make title, then only it will create the name. Okay, now you see it is title is differently it is written. So what is the different it is written? So here name is there. So if only name I'll write, so it will come like this. Only name is there. After that I'll write the title. The title I'll write assistant professor. So whatever your current designation is, you can just write that. So it will come like this, title as assistant professor. Next, what I want to do, so I want to write where I am assistant professor, my contact information and all those things. So for everything there is a direct option is there. So I'll write address. So my address is, I'll write VIT AP University. Okay, you can write your full address. So if you see this, what will come? So see, where is the address will be coming? So address is coming on the right hand side. So how I am not writing any right hand side or left hand side? How this is coming? That is because I am using a document class which is modern CV. Okay. Now if I this article, see what will happen. So if I make this article, see everything changes here. So it creates the document according to article. So that is what the power of document class is, that you should take care whenever you write anything. The document class should be proper. Okay, now address is written. So after in the first area of your CV, you always put your address, your email, your phone number, and everything. So here I'll write your. I want to include my phone number. So I'll include my phone number here. So get the phone number here. Okay. Next, you can add your email here. So just write email and then write your email. So now if I compile this, see how it will come. So phone number, there is a symbol of phone, and there is email. So there is a symbol of mailbox here. So it is coming like this. This is how it will automatically create. Now if you want, let's say you want to make your name bold. So what you can make, just select that. You can press Control B to make it bold, or you can write that inside the text BF as well. I hope in the previous sections you know how to make a bold any letter. Okay, so if I make like this, then see Sambhudatananda is now in bold, and because it need more space, so it is coming to the next line. Okay. Now, whenever I know that the sufficient space is not there, means you see the right side, left side, top, bottom side. So sufficient space is not there. So what is the problem here? Means so many spaces used in the means it is like so many spaces are not used, means wasted. So what you can do for that, I can scale it. Okay, so I can use a package so that I can adjust the margin. So for that I'll write use package, and in the package what I have to do, so I'll just write margin equals to like 2 centimeter. Just write margin equals to 2 centimeter. It will take the margin, and in bracket you can write geometry. Okay, so what you do, let us see. Now you see it has made a 2 centimeter margin from all side of the paper and it has adjusted the text accordingly. Okay, so if you make it 1 centimeter, then the margin will be again adjusted. So generally 2.5 centimeter is taken everywhere, but it depending on what writing you are doing and your content, you can change that. So generally I follow 2 centimeter, which I feel it is optimized, so you can take it like that. And there is an option also, you can write top, bottom, left, right, all the margins you can fix it separately. Okay, so this is the margin I have set. So next is, I have not included any photo here, but if you want to include a photo, then what you have to do? So first, as you know, in thesis writing and all, you might be knowing, you have to put all your files here. So what I'll do, I'll upload one photo here. I'll just drag a photo there. Just a second. So I have just uploaded a photo, and for your easy, just rename the photo here so that it will be easy for you to include, because the photo name was very big. Okay, now what I can do here is, I want to include a photo here. So you might be remembering that in your all previous sessions, including photo means you have to use begin figure, use graphics package. So here in the CB it is not required. It can be taken directly. So just write photo. Okay. And in photo, what I can give, so I can pass some values like 70 pt. What is the size of the photo? If my letter are of 12 pt, I can take a photo of 70 point size. And with the photo, I can write 0.4 pt and spacing means so the side border, and then you can include the photo. So photo is, I have given photo 1.jpg. With the extension you have to give all the names. So I think, yeah. So here it is photo. Okay, now you see the photo will be coming here, and you can change the size of the photo here. So here I have taken 70, but if you think it's enough, then it's fine. If you think you want to increase the photo size, then you can just take as 80 pt, then it will change the size. And see the 0.4 pt is the border. You see a blue border side to that, so it's a border there. If I make it 0.7, then this border width will change. Okay, so now the thing is that 0.4 to 0.7 is not a very big change. It's change. Now you see the border line is blue. If I make it red here, the modern color that I have taken, if I make it blue, then you'll be see here this blue to red I have changed, the border has changed to red. Now that's okay. This is the initial part of my CV. So now you can see after adding the photo, this name is again in 2 lines. So what you can make here is the margin, you can reduce it. So here I can make it 1.5 cm, 1.5 cm, so that if I reduce the margin, then the name can come in one side. Okay. So this is all about your introduction part of the CV, which creates the first impression. The name, your designation, contact information should be there. Now the thing is that some people write some quotation or about them here. So here you can write one quote. Okay. So in other cases you have to write begin quote and end quote, but here we can just write a quote. So if I write here your sample quote can be written here. Okay, and then I'll end the bracket. Now you see how it is placed here. So see, if I take in a red color theme, so it is, you can write a quote like education, about education, or about your company if you want to write. So you can write the quote here. Okay, now we are just doing about the initial part here. So we'll be going to the main part where we are going to create our CV details. Okay, so how to create that? So first I'll write slash section. So anything I want to create, I have to create with a section there. So my first section will be my education. Okay. So under education, so what you can do, I'll tell you in every section, I will tell you different types of listing. So whatever listing you find, you feel it is good, so you can use that. Okay. So in education, we'll use a format, something called as CV entry. Okay. CV entry means what? In CV, entry number one we are doing. And what is the format? So there will be one curly bracket where you can write your what is the year you have graduated that degree. So I can write here 2022. If you want to write only year, you can write only year, or else if you want to write the month and then the year, you can write like that as well. So November 2022. Next, one more curly bracket. Here you have to write what is the degree you have obtained. So I'll write postgraduate in AI and ML. So in the next will be from where you got the degree. So I'll write here I got it from Purdue University. Okay, and there will be another one, means it will be like your place or country or whatever it is. So you can write, if you want to write the country, you can write. If you don't want to write, then you can just don't write. Then another is there, and then it comes to the CGPA. If you want to write your CGPA, then you can write here whatever it is CGPA. So see how it is coming. Okay, I think one more is required. So see. So November 2020, postgraduate in AI and ML. So this will automatically come in bold. You don't have to make it bold. Then Purdue University. So this is Purdue University. Next field is like if you want to write the place where you got it, online or offline. I can write here I got it online. Or if you get offline, you can write that. And the CGPA you can write in the last one. Okay, so now you see here the first line is about the university and the degree, and the second line will be the CGPA. So let me go to another CV entry. So what I have done, I'll write. So CV entry. Okay, then the first one I have to write here is my year. So I'll write June 022. Okay, next one is what is the degree? I got the PhD degree in this state. So my PhD. So next will be from where I got it from NIT Rourkela, that you can write. Next you can write where it is situated. I can write Odisha, India. Okay. So that's one. Next, and put a blank. If you want to write any other address, you can write, or else leave it. And at the last, you write the CGPA. So generally for a PhD, CGPA is not required, but I'm just writing 10 for your reference. If nothing is there, you can keep it blank. So like this, it will come. So June 2022, PhD from NIT Rourkela, and then Odisha, India, and CGPA is 10. If CGPA is not required, so I'm not writing. So again, I can go to one more CV entry. So now you see, after two things, automatically this one is coming. That means how many curly brackets are there, required it is coming. So just select it. First one is for year. So I'll write here 2012 to 2014 is my MTech. So here I'll write MTech. Okay. So next is from where I got it. So you can write that. So next is where it is situated. So it is situated Odisha. Then you can write India, and then you can write CGPA. Whatever you got there, you can just write it. Okay. So now see how it is coming. So this is how it will come. So now you can go on adding up to your 10th. Generally, it is written in chronological order. So you should write it from your current degree to the last degree. So if I'm just copy pasting two lines, so here what I can do. So then 2008 to 2012 is my BTech, right? So I can write the BTech here, and then you can change the university. or from wherever you got it, or your college name if you want, then university. So whatever format you want. So BPUT and CGPA also you can write here. So like this, then again you can go for your 10th or 12th. Okay, then here you can write. Some people write plus two, some people write 12th, or whatever in your certificate is written 12th, or some people write higher secondary. So whatever you prefer to write, you can just write that. Okay, so your education will be created in this format. So it is very looks very uniform, and it is very so automatically it creates the things. So everywhere the second line is your mark. And if you don't want to show the mark, let's say in the first one, so postgraduate program actually didn't have any mark, just a certification. So you can keep that bracket open so that the field will not be there. It will not show any error as well. Okay, so this is how it will be done. So this is about the education. And then after education, what I need, so to add some other field. Let's say after education I want to add my experience. Okay, so I'll take one section and then I'll write experience. So if the experience has to be created, then it will create a new section here as the experience. Optically this format will be created. Again, if I change this classic to some old style or banking, then it might change. So if I write casual, I've not checked, I can check it. See, if I take casual, then how it is coming. So the formatting is changing. And then if you take banking, so you don't have to do so many changes. The format will automatically change here. So this is the banking style. So wherever you are applying, it depends on that. So you can change. Whatever you have taken, will keep it as classic. So whichever format to you it looks good, you can go with that. Next is experience. So experience also you can enter this CV entry format. But why what you can do? You know that one format that is begin item. I think this has been covered in some thesis writing. Probably this is covered how to use this. So itemize is generally used to write items in a bullet point. In Word file, you know that different every line would be a different line. It will be starting. So like this. If itemize, I'll write here. First, let's say the current job I'm doing. So I'll write 2022 and continue. Okay. If I write like this, and then where I'm doing as assistant professor in VIP AP University. Okay, so this is one. Second one is another item, another experience if I want to use. So it is 2019 to 2022. So where I was assistant professor in some college, let's say I was there. So if I create like this, then how it is creating? Just let us see that. So see the first one in the education, how beautiful it looks, and in the experience, it is just two bullet points are there. Now, if you want to make that two bullet points, so here what you can do, so you can take a square bracket, write bullet. Okay, just after the item, take a square bracket and then write bullet. So what it will do? So it will create bullet points for you. Okay, so it will create the bullet points for you, and then you can write it. Or else if you want in this format, the education format, so whatever is CV entry you have written here, we can write it here. So we'll check that after end itemize. So I'll write CV entry. So what to write? Let's say 02019 to 2022 in this year. Or else if you want to include the dates as well, so November 2019 to let's say August 2022. So what you are a assistant professor where you are in Madanpalli, or I was writing MITS, then the area, then you can write state. So like this you can write. So if you write this, see the experience here, it will come like this one. Okay, so you can see this part. So whichever you like, whichever you find it is looking good, you can use that. So it's your choice again. Now after experience, let's say you have some other experience apart from teaching. So what you can make here, in the below the experience, you can make slash subsection, you can create here, and you can write teaching. Then I have some other experience which is non-teaching, so I can create another subsection and write non-teaching. If you have any industry job prior to teaching, and if you have to mention that as a non-teaching experience, so you do like that. So let us see what happened here. Now see, under experience, one category is teaching and one category is non-teaching. So I just remove this part so that it will be easy for you. Now you see, so one is teaching experience, another is non-teaching experience. Let's say you have some industry experience, so you can just write CV entry. Industry experience, let's say from 2010 to 2012, some industry experience is there. Then you can write the job title here. Okay, and then you can write here job title, then company name. And at the last, if you want to write your salary, you can write that as well, CTC. Then some amount you can write whatever your salary was. So then you can compile it. So what you will get here, you see. So this is the year and this is the experience. So one experience, teaching experience and non-teaching. Under the one section, then we are getting two types of things. So this is about your work experience. Next is, we will create another section. And another section I want to give my skills. So I'll write my skills here. Okay. So in the left side, you can see here whatever sections I am creating. So education section I have created. The education section, you can click on this left side here. You can click on education, it will go to education. If you click on experience, it will go to experience. And under experience, there are two subsections. It will come here. Next, I have created the section skills. So in skills, we'll see another type of how to write the bullet points. Okay. So here I can do, I'll begin enumerate. So what it will do, the items that I am writing, it will number it. Okay. So let's say my first skill is uh, like HFSS, I know microwave device simulation. So microwave device simulation is my one of my skills. So if I write like this, then see what happens. This new section is created skills, and under this category one, serial number one is created, which has previously not created. Okay. So if I write another one, so let's say I'll just copy paste this line and paste it here. So here I'll write, let's say MATLAB. I know MATLAB. What about MATLAB? I know about Simulink and programming. Okay, so that you can write here as a numbering. So what will happen here is, to see point number one, point number two, it will be created as 2 points. So that is how you can number your whatever points you want to write, you can number it. Okay, this is one type of format. So now this enumerate is completed. So next, let's say that if a company is asking some any specific experience or specific quality about you, then you can write that in a section. Okay, and then you can write whatever it is. So specific sets you can write, or in a subsection. So however you want your company, you can write specific skills. So you can write like this, and then it will create a section for you. Specific fields it will. So next, being a academician, the one of the important part is to give your publications in the CV, and it should be clearly visible. So that is one important part here. So this I just saw how this CV can be created. Now I'll go to directive publications. Okay, so we'll create a publication. Now this publication, if I write individually all the publication, it will take so much of time. So what I'll do is I'll just borrow from here that publication I have written. So what I've done here is just copy pasted the publication part from my other side. So what I've done, simple, I have written begin enumerate, then slash item, then my name, author name, then the publication details, other author names, then this is the name of the paper, then what is the thing transactions, what is the journal it is, and what is the status here. And then if we want to write the transaction name in italic, then I have written as text italic. So let us see how what it gives. See, this is how the publication is coming, right? So numberings are there, and wherever I need italic, I have made it italic. So like this you can make it. So this one, if in every publication, if you want to make your name uh, bold, so what you can do here is just select your name, just Control B, so it will make your name as bold. Okay, so see in the first reference, my name is now bold, because every publication, if you are presenting your CV to someone, your names will be in the bold letter there. So in other format, the bold was written as /BF, but here it is text BF you have to write. So we can replace all these things. I don't think replace option is not available here. Find and replace. Fine. This is how you can write your publications. Okay. So if I give two lines like this, so if you want to give space between two lines, then you can just use two slash forward slash. It will create a line between two different sections or two different numberings. Okay, so here if give this line and compile, so you can see the gaps will be created. Very important that if you create the gap, and if you create the gap, then it will be more convenient rather than the publications that you have given without any kind of gap. Okay, so this will be very important. This after I create the full CV, I will share that this format with you so that you can have a look on that and you can create your own CV. So I'll just delete the things from here so that it will reduce your size, and if you want to create your CV, then it will be easy for you. Now I have deleted some things, only four reference I have given. So you can see here double slash I have given. There is another option also. You can use V space, and that will H fill, so all the things are there. Okay, this is about your publication. Now next thing is what? Next thing is one of the important thing is references. So generally, if you apply somewhere, so they actual whatever reference you have given. So references you can give here in new section. So it is one of the important factor as well. Okay. Now reference is that, so in reference we cannot write like in the numbering format. Okay. So that is not the proper way. So how it should be written, I'll just show you that. So see, the reference will be written like this, the name and their details like this. So it is very important that writing the reference in this format so that it looks professional. Okay. So how to write like that? Let us just see that. So it is also very easy. So what I'll do first, I want to write in. So if person one is there, so let me write my name and my details so that it will be easy to understand. So I'll just write my name. Okay. So in my name, I want to create the reference. So I have to create the reference. Then you do one thing under the name. I want to create some list. Okay. So what I'll do there, I'll write begin. There is something called inner list. Okay. So begin inner list you have to write. So it will create the format that I'm saying to. Without that also it can be done. We'll be checking that what happens with that, but we'll be doing with the begin inner list. So if you begin that, you have to end that as well. Remember, always if you write something begin, just end that also, so that you won't find any error. If you write so many of things and you find some end statement you have written, then it is sometimes it's difficult to find it. So always if you start something, then just end it. Okay. So if I am beginning a list, so inside a list, what is there inside a list? Obviously, there will be an item. So I'll write slash item. Okay. So in slash item, just select this one. You can select blank also, and then write what is the designation. Okay. The designation is assistant professor. Okay. Then after assistant professor, what I need is at the end, means of the right corner of that, the four numbers should be written. So what I'll write slash h fill. So what will do in the word file, your right means alignment, left alignment, everything that will do this thing. So I'll write slash h fill, and after that I'll write the phone number. So you want to write phone, you want to write mobile, so whatever you want, you can write. So remember, generally it is a good practice to write +91 in before your phone number. It looks more professional. Okay. So like this you can write, and then in the next line, okay, so I have to write something. So let us compile this and see what has happened, then we'll go further. So this one. Okay, I have given the center but not written anything. That's why it is showing error. After I write the department, that is sense. Then I'll write fill. Then write email. Something at the rate, something whatever it is. So write the email, and then in the next line, I want to write the address like Amravati, and then India or Andhra Pradesh, whatever you want to write. You just write then in inner list. What error it is showing? Unclosed. Have I written anything wrong there? Let me just check it. Yeah, so now you can see how it is coming. So Dr. Sambhudan, on the one side it is written all the details. So actually copy pasted it. Here you can give the phone number and then you can write the department. department sense, and then you can write the mail ID. Okay, so like this you can write, and then you can write here Amravati, India or Andhra Pradesh, so whatever you want. Oh, I missed. Yeah. So you can write like this, and then if you make this bold, just select that and press Control B. So it will automatically write the code whatever is required to make it a bold. So it will now bold the name here. So what you can do, then you can just copy paste this one, and then you can write here. So we'll see without using inner list what you can do. So without using inner list, I'll use itemize. Let's see that with itemize whether it is possible or not. I'll write and then H field. So I'm just checking with itemize whether it is possible or not. So with itemize, it will come as this bullet point you can see here. So it is also possible with itemize. So let me just write one itemize, then it will be easy for you. So I'll write my name again here. So under the name, just write begin itemize plus item. Then the designation is assistant professor, then H fill. After H fill, you can write the phone number if you want to write. Then give this double slash. It will create a new line. In the new line, what information you can give? School of Science or School of Electronics Engineering you can write. Then you can write VITP University. Then you can write H fill, and inside that you can write the email. So like this you can write, and after that one more new line. After the new line, I want to write Andhra Pradesh, India. So you can write like this also. Okay. So here you see what has happened. So after the previous one, it is starting just here because I have not given any command to begin a new line. So you just press double slash here. It will create a new line for the new one. And if you want to make this as bold, just Control B, so it will be bold. Okay, like this you can give two different uh, references. Now the difference here you see, it is automatically itemized. If you create, it is creating a blank bullet point. Okay, but I don't need that while writing the reference. So the first method is always good to write it. So instead of using the second method, simple itemize, if I use the inner list, then it will be easy. So next is in the itemize. So if I just put a bracket, so then what will happen? Let's see. So it will be what it will do, it will just remove that. So whatever the bullet point was coming, so if you just put a blank bracket, it will remove that. Now inside the bracket, if you write bullet, it will create a bullet bullet point for you. So whatever you need, so you can just do it. It creates a bullet there, so I don't need that. So I'll remove this bullet. Okay. So like this, how many number of you have, how many number of references you have, you can do it. Now, if I want to keep spaces between two references, so what you can do, you can just include, one line here, half blank line. That is a command, half blank line. So if you include that, so what it will do, it will create a space between that. Here it is not doing. So it will create a space between that. So see, one space is created, so you can write different reference name if you have. In this manner you can write. Okay. And then lastly, one section always you should write everywhere, so that is your declaration. So what the declaration you should, so you should write, to the best of my knowledge, to the best of above informations. So you can check what if you can write above informations are correct. You also should always include this declaration, and then you have to put your signature. Always signature is kept at the last. So here signature, and it will be after one line. In the declaration, it will be created. So here the signature will be written. So you write this line for 2-3 sentences, 2-3 line it will come. If you write the declaration long, then you can get the signature at the end, it will come. Okay. So if you want the signature to be in the new line, then you can insert a new line here. Then you can do it. Okay. So you see signature is comes down, and you can write the declaration like this. Okay. So this is how a general CV you can prepare. So this is it, just a 2-page CV. Now let us see, if I change this to casual, what changes are happening. So it's just changing the modern CV style. Then you will see the whole CV will change its style. Okay, it changes its all style. Then if you make it to banking, then it will change its style as well again. So this is just a simple CV format here we have done. Let's see how you can download any kind of, till now if you have any doubt, please put in the chat box. I'll try to answer this. So next, the last part, what I wanted to show you is how you can just find any CV LaTeX template, because what I have shown is just a one example. So what you can do, just go to Google and CV LaTeX template, you search CV LaTeX template. Then you will get so many websites with so many types of CV format. Now the thing is that here you know where to do, what to do, how to do. Once you know that, you can get any CV. So see, this is a format CV, sample CV. If you like the CV, you can go to view template. Then some other CVs here, because of internet I can show you. So many CVs are there. So if you don't want to find it from the Google, then you can go to Overleaf, we are acquainted with. So just go to Overleaf. So here you can go to template, and then here you can find for resume or CV is there. So now you'll find so many types of CV is there. So whichever you think is good for you, or it looks good to you, so you can use that. So it's not mandatory that every CV you will understand. So if you go to this one, so what you will get here, if you go to open as template, so it will open the source code for you. Okay. So once source code is there, so once the source code is there, So you need to understand that what is written and where to edit it. So that information, if you can get it, then you can create this CV. So this is same as creating a paper from a template. So with this, I like to conclude here the session. And this format, if you want, I'll just paste all this code in the chat box. If you want, you can just take it and you can create your own CV. I have just pasted it here. Okay. So with this, I like to end my session here. If you have any question, I am open to that.
Thank you, sir, for the nice session on the CV writing. Dear participants, we have 2 minutes for your question answers. If you have any query, you can ask some questions to the speaker. You can write your question in the meeting chat, or I can allow you to unmute yourself.
The format that I have created, I have pasted it here. So you can just use the format to create your own CV, or else you download any other format if you want.
Okay, so no questions so far. Okay, Sambu sir, thank you. Thank you for your wonderful session on CV writing. So with this session, we have completed the workshop from the first day to till today, like complete 1 week workshop. We had around 12 sessions, more than 12 sessions, in which we learn about complete package of the LaTeX with some applications. And I would like to thank the speaker, Dr. Sambhudattananda. I would also like to thanks to the supporting members, the Dr. Saritha and scholars Kodali Radha and Achu Govind. Thank you for your kind support during this session and answering the queries of the participants. So now within a minute, we are going to start the valedictory session. So we will be having 20-minute valedictory session. So all of you, we stay here. And meanwhile, you can fill the feedback form. The link is already shared in the meeting chat. So in a minute, we are going to start the valedictory session.
Kindly use your registered email ID for providing the feedback. Okay, in the feedback, you need to mention your email ID. So kindly mention the registered email ID, which you have using which you have registered for the work. Thank you. Sir, can we start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome you all. I, Rajesh Sharma, welcome you all to the validity section of our third 1 week international workshop on technical writing using LaTeX. We have had an amazing 5 days of learning, sharing, and networking, and it's time to wrap up the things on high note. Before we begin the final session, I would like to take a moment to thank all our management, speaker, participants, and coordinators who have made this workshop possible. This support and dedication are truly appreciated. Now let us get started with our first speaker for this session. Please help me welcome Dr. Mohan Bansal for the welcome address. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and esteemed participants. It is with great pleasure that I welcome each and every one of you to take the valedictory session of third one-week international workshop on technical writing using LaTeX. Over the past few days, we have come together to learn, share, and grow, and I'm honored to have been a part of this journey with all of you. On behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome our guest, Dr. Ravindra Dhuli, Dean Academic Research, Dr. Umakant Nanda, Dean School of Electronics Engineering. Sir, the conference could not be completed successfully without your support and motivation. I would like to welcome all the available deans, faculty members, research scholars, students, and the participants. I would also like to welcome and express my heartfelt appreciations and gratitude to our esteemed speakers, coordinators, and the organizer for their invaluable contribution to this workshop. Lastly, I would like to welcome and congratulate each and every participant for your active participation, engagement, and enthusiasm throughout this workshop. Your eagerness to learn, ask questions, and contribute to discussion has made this workshop a vibrant and dynamic learning environment. Once again, I welcome and express my deepest appreciation to everyone for making this workshop a success. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan Bansal, sir, for a welcome address and important insight of the workshop. Next up, we have Dr. Praveen Maurya Dr. Praveen Maurya, the workshop coordinator. Dr. Praveen Maurya will be sharing the glimpse of the workshop. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Raju sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to show some glimpse here what we have learned in the last 5 days in this workshop. So I would like to take a moment to reflect on what we have learned in the last 5 days. Basically, we have learned here like overlay, LaTeX and overlay drawing tool and some important CV writing, thesis writing. We have done all the things here. And we have learned here from the variety of experts their respective fields, and I hope that you have all gained a valuable insight and perspective. So I want to show some here. So in this validity 10, this is the third 1 week international workshop on the technical writing, which I have already completed. So in this, we have a total number of participated students are 1776 are there, but the active participants are mostly they have like first they have 300, 200 like there. So they are still most are already participated. And from the different countries, we have total 27 countries who have participated, and the Pakistan has almost 31 participants are there. And from the different states of the different states, we have covered different states also in this workshop. And these were the schedule we have followed by strictly followed by our speakers and participants. And here I would like to thanks to our speakers and Dr. Anupam Mishra sir, Nayan Gupta, and Mohan Bansal sir, Lakandev sir, Rajesh sir, Vikas Vishnu sir, Rajesh sir, Samudita sir, Salida Sarka ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, and Mahesh sir. And there is some snapshot for your inauguration session. So is the snapshot of our speakers. And this is our interaction with the international participants. And there is some few chats, feedback. So we have got through the feedback from the chat. So we have already displayed. There is just some feedback from our participants. So what they have learned, different tools, and all they have also given some what are the strength of this workshop. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Praveen Moya, sir, for sharing glimpse of the workshop. Next, we would like to hear from some of our participants about their experience of the workshop. If any of you would like to share your thoughts on what you have learned and how this workshop has helped you, please feel free to unmute and share your thoughts. We'd certainly like to hear from some of the participants, one or two at least. Kindly unmute and please speak about your experience in the workshop.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Sudhir from Pune. And
Welcome, sir.
sir, I have a management background, business management, and I'm faculty in one of the university in Pune here and teaching management. But I never thought that one day I'll learn such type of tool. Earlier, I used to just to listen. Okay, this is the tool which makes life easy for researcher and students as well. But I never thought of. Once I came across, but I thought that this is very difficult, requires very steep learning curve. But with the help of your workshop, I feel very comfortable now, and I feel that I can now teach my students as well. So thank you for this a great endeavor on your part. And that too, no, that's free of cost. So that's a great initiative on the behalf of VIT Andhra Pradesh. And it will help. I expect that in future also you will conduct such workshop, which will help people like me who don't have the technical background. And I expect in future that if you could conduct workshop on application of structural equation modeling or time series in SPSS or other software Python, then I would like to be part of that too, because I want to learn them as well. And I'm looking for that kind of workshop. And the way, the kind of resources, the quality of resources you have, that's wonderful. I really appreciate all your faculties there and management and all others supporting staff working in tandem with you all. So thanks for this great contribution to me personally and to others also. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. And thank you for your kind words. And we definitely take some more such endeavors in future. And I would request more participants to come up and please share your thoughts.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, this is Chandra, research scholar from JNT Anantapur, sir. Thank you, sir, for organizing this workshop. I'm very beginner for this workshop. I don't know about the LaTeX and how to use this LaTeX in the thesis writing and the document preparation articles, and also using the LaTeX we can make the PPTs. So many things I learned, but I did not learn many things, but I know the some basics after completion of this workshop. And from this organizing committee is very good on the time maintenance, and whatever they are giving the knowledge and the information is very very basic and very useful for the people who are looking for the LaTeX basics. So I thank you, sir, and definitely most people will gain a lot of knowledge from this workshop. Once again, I thank you, sir, for all organizing committee from the organizing to research scholars who are the supporting from the text in the Zoom meeting text. Some people are giving the feedback links like that. And if I ask any questions, they are giving the replying to in the chat. So thank you everyone to all.
Thank you for your wonderful experience. you for sharing it. One more last part. Any of the participants can share their thoughts, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Sir, I'm Irfanullah from Pakistan. I am mathematics teacher, and your workshop is very
Got mute. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, you got,
Good afternoon.
please go ahead.
Sir, I'm Irfanullah from Pakistan. I am mathematics teacher, and many students have different which have cannot write research thesis in LaTeX. So your workshop is very informative, and thank you all of teachers.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank
Hello,
you
sir.
for the participants for sharing your experience. Now we have Dr. Ravindra Duli, Dean Academic Research, VITAP University, and sir will share his thoughts about workshop. Sir, over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Murandal. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
So, uh, Dr. Rajiv Sharma, Dr. Mohan Bansal, and team. So, team of professors who came forward and who offered this entire workshop free of cost. So, there is also a thought like they can charge something, but somehow they went into a mood of doing some kind of service. Mainly, it is like knowledge dissemination, and we can see more or less it's a record. The number of students registered, highest participants. This workshop stands at a level where others are looking to beat it, particularly in terms of numbers. And the participants are across the globe. So that is very interesting. The year by year, the success we see from the workshop is motivating to deliver more sessions. So I should congratulate each and every resource person for coming forward and sharing their interesting experiences. And from your feedback, I request the participants to give your feedback. That's how the session can be improved. Because what exactly you expect. Because being an expert, they deliver. But being a participant at the receiving end, if you are very clear about what you are expecting out of the workshop, then the workshop can be molded properly and accordingly it can be delivered. So we all should thank our management, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Registrar Sir, and at the school level, our Dean Sir, who helped for implementing and materializing it. So thank you, sir. Thank you for calling me here, and my congratulations and a happy note to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support during this workshop, and thank you, sir, for your for enlightening us with your thoughts. Finally, we have reached to the end of our validatory session. I would like to invite Dr. Umakananda, sir, Dean School of Electronics Engineering, VITAP University, for vote of thanks, sir. Sir, over to you. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, all the dignitaries. Dr. Ravindra Dholi, Dean Academic Research, VITP University. All the coordinators, Dr. Mohan, Dr. Rajiv, Dr. Lakhan, Dr. Praveen Moria, Dr. Anup, and Dr. Rajesh. So, all the faculty members available here, all the resource persons, the participants, the students, research scholars, and all others who are present here. Many thanks to all of you for your contribution and support to this 1 week long workshop on technical writing using LaTeX. So as everybody mentioned that this is the third time we are conducting this one, and the highest number of participants are available here. Hence, I would heartily thank to all the participants who have come across the globe and made this workshop successfully conducted. Now, I would see this any event, any workshop or any FDP would not be successful without the help from others, the technical teams, non-technical teams. Hence, I would like to thank our CTS team, our SDC team, our finance team, all the technical teams and faculty members, resource persons. So many thanks to all of you for giving your support and contributing your effort for this workshop. So not only this workshop, we conduct many workshops like this, whether it is technical or non-technical, FDPs, conferences, all these things are getting done in our university, in our School of Electronics Engineering. These events could not be happening without the effort of our management, including our VC sir and chancellor sir, our registrar sir. So without their support and encouragement, it would not be happening. So I would like to thank them for their support and continuous encouragement. So with this, we would like to thank all of you again for your support and continuous efforts. So thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind word. With that, we have come to the end of our valedictory session. Once again, thank you for all of you, our management, speaker, participant, for making this workshop a memorable experience. We hope that you had a great time, and we are looking forward to seeing you again in the future events also. Thank you. Have a great day. Also, over to you.
To all the participants, request to all the participants turn on the camera. So we'll just take some moment, some gallery of this valedictory session. I request to all the participants, please. Okay, everyone, please turn on the camera so I can take some gallery of this valedictory sessions. And we had great experience with all the participants. Okay, thank you very much. Now you can turn off your camera. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I would like to thanks to everyone, our guest, Ravinduri sir, Makananda sir, our coordinators and organizers, as well as research scholars who supported during this workshop, and our speakers who has taken the wonderful sessions on individual topic, assigned topic as per our availability. So I thanks to all everyone, and at last I thanks to all the participants. With this, we can end this session. We can end this workshop. I hope all of you have filled the feedback form, and maybe you can get the certificate within a week or 10 days, because we have huge data we have to check and process for the certifications. So just please wait for at least 1 week. Don't send any mail for the certificate.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, yes, please circulate the feedback form once again.
You will get on the mail also. In the chat, we have sent multiple times, and we are sending.
Yeah, earlier I have got it, but this time I think I missed it.
No, same form. That's only you have to fill once. The same form you have to fill. If you receive one, that is fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
One more thing, please use your registered email ID, using which you have registered to the workshop. Okay.
Yeah, we will verify your registered mail ID. If you fill your feedback form with the other email ID, you will not be treated as the registered participants. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to end the meeting from my side. I hope you enjoyed this workshop. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone can leave now. Yeah, thank you.